Hi everyone. Today is Saturday, April 25th, and welcome back. I've looked forward to being with you again this week, and as I thought about the different topics that I could have chosen, I thought about Earth Day, I thought about family, I thought about many things that would have been appropriate. But for myself personally, it's been a very strange week, and I think I needed something a little more personally inspirational. So I hope what I found inspirational will be so for you as well. I've chosen a reading, and I will tell you about that in just a moment. But first, I'd like to light our chalice. I like this chalice for the web of life which sustains us, for the sacred circle of life in which we have our being, for the earth, the sky, above, below, and for the mystery. So the reading I want to share with you today is from a book called To Bless the Space Between Us by John O'Donohue. O'Donohue is, or was, he is deceased about 5 or 6 years, I can't remember, but he was known best as an Irish poet and has beautiful poems. This book is a book of blessings that are written in poetic style, and it has blessings for just about every event, every heart's desire, every human experience possible, except maybe for the pandemic. This book was published in 2008, and so it wasn't, we were not thinking pandemic at that time. But it is a beautiful book, and I found a reading in the back that's in a section where O'Donohue is talking about the lost art of blessing, and goes through a lot of different explanations of what it means to give a blessing to someone, or to a space, or to an event. And it's a powerful word, a powerful concept that we don't really give attention to much these days, unless somebody is saying have a blessed day. But this is not about that. This is really more of a very intentional action, and an intentional grace given from one's own soul to another. But I found a reading. You know, when we have our Sunday services, we always have a reading, and we have a time afterwards to reflect on it, and you're going to have lots of time to reflect. But this is what I'm giving you today, is a reading like we often do on Sundays. And this one is called Blessing Our World Now. Sometimes when we look out, the world seems so dark. This makes us anxious and helpless. What can I do in my private little corner of life that could have any effect on the march of world events? The usual answer is nothing. We then decide to do what we can for our own and leave the great events to their domain. Thus we opt out and join the largest majority in the world, those who acquiesce. Believing ourselves to be helpless, we hand over all our powers to forces and systems outside us that then act in our names. They go on to put their beliefs into action, and ironically, these actions are often sinister and destructive. We live in times when the call to full and critically aware citizenship could not be more urgent. We need to rediscover the careless courage of the little boy who, in the middle of the numbed multitude, in naive Socratic fashion, blurts out, "But the emperor has no clothes." When spoken, the word of truth can bring down citadels of falsity. Real presence is the ideal of all true individuation. When we yield to helplessness, we strengthen the hand of those who would destroy. When we choose indifference, we betray our world. Yet the world is not decided by action alone. It is decided more by consciousness and spirit. They are the secret sources of all action and behavior. The spirit of a time is an incredibly subtle yet hugely powerful force. I'm going to read that part again. The spirit of a time is an incredibly subtle yet hugely powerful force, and it is comprised of the mentality and spirit of all individuals together. Therefore, the way you look at things is not simply a private matter. Your outlook actually and concretely affects what goes on. When you give in to helplessness, you collude with despair and add to it. When you take back your power and choose to see the possibilities for healing and transformation, your creativity awakens and flows to become an active force of renewal and encouragement in the world. In this way, even in your own hidden life, you can become a powerful agent of transformation in a broken, darkened world. There is a huge force field that opens when intention focuses and directs itself toward transformation. I needed to hear that because sometimes I feel helpless. And O'Donohue has challenged me and challenged us to take back our power and to choose to see the possibilities for healing and transformation. And he believes that our thoughts, the spirit of our thoughts, and our own consciousness has a more powerful effect than actions alone. In fact, he said that it is our intentions, the spirit of our intentions, that are actually the cause of the behaviors and actions. And some would call it prayer, but I call it the spirit of intention, to choose to think and imagine new ways for this world to be, new ways for us to live together in a sustainable and healthy environment. So I offer to you the challenge that has been meaningful to me. Take back your power. Use your own imagination and your own consciousness to work toward a better world. May it be so, and namaste.